This recording is going to be about building confidence, getting back up when you seem to have fallen down, or when you feel like you've failed and things feel impossible. So let's start there. Kind of get yourself situated, comfortable, whether it's in a bed or a chair or somewhere else. And here we go. As you rest back and with your eyes closed, I want you to focus on a place in your body that feels most comfortable right now. Just notice where in your body feels the most comfortable. And when you've identified that spot, just kind of notice verbally in your mind, telling yourself where that spot is. Perhaps stomach, maybe a hand or a leg. Not sure where you'll pick, but notice that most comfortable spot in your body easily and automatically. I want you to begin to notice how that comfort and that relaxation begins to spread and flow from that part all through your body. I don't really know how you'll experience that. It may begin to gently flow upward, or perhaps it will gradually flow down your legs towards your feet. Or maybe it will be like when you drop a pebble into a pond. You know those ripple effects, those circles concentrated going outward, and that comfort that may begin to spread in all directions at the same time. I want you just to notice what begins to happen. Noticing the direction it begins to spread. Perhaps spreading upward. Like you just to be aware of how it spreads in that direction that you choose in its own way. Through your whole body. When it spreads all the way up or down, up into the shoulders, and now I wonder, will that comfort begin to spreading first up into your neck and throat? Or will it begin to spread down your arms? Or will it begin to flow in both directions at the same time? Just letting yourself know what happens next. It might be that you might hear other sounds around you as you're listening to this. And that's no big deal, just kind of let them be in the back of the mind. Your mind just concentrates and focuses on that comfort. Isn't that interesting? Enjoying how it spreads when it flows all through your neck and head and all the way down through your fingers. Good. Notice that comfort already can begin to spread down to the legs. That's right. And your body can become very still and quiet and immobile as the rest of you goes into a deeper and deeper state of comfort and well-being. And when that comfort has finished drifting all the way down through your feet and toes, your hands can effortlessly become even more comfortable. When you can notice your whole body in that comfortable, relaxed state, I want you to imagine when you're very young, when you were that very young boy or girl. Notice when you enjoyed riding a two-wheeled bike or bike for the first time. Very much younger and smaller. When you're first wanting to even ride a bike, as you've seen others ride a bike. And I'll bet that you wanted to ride that bike also, didn't you? And if you did, perhaps, remember when you very first tried to ride a bike. Notice where you're at and who's with you. Just take the next 30 seconds and just notice where you're at, what it was like your very first time. Notice how you feel, what's happening. It can kind of feel impossible when you're first trying to ride that bike. You might try to balance the steering wheel while pedaling at the same time. Or maybe something else. But notice how training wheels are off and it's not so easy anymore. It can feel discouraging sometimes because it can be feeling as if though it's enormous, this new thing we're going to learn. Some people might even fall, scrape up their knees, and failing each time. Some people might even wonder if we'd ever be able to learn to ride the bike like other people, having those thoughts for ourselves. But I bet you didn't give up, did you? Let your mind move ahead a little even further in time. And notice how you can notice how when you start riding that bike, somebody perhaps could have helped you, or even yourself. But I bet you got a little bit further than before each time you tried, every time you lost balance, or fell, and fall. But you still got back up, still kept trying. And if you fast forward time further ahead, eventually you might have sailed along on that bike and stopped it under your own control. And was there a big smile on your face? Yes. Because it seemed impossible and insurmountable of what you just did. Notice if you can feel that triumph right now. That time you accomplished that hard thing. I bet it wasn't very long after that before you began to forget that it was a challenge, that it was difficult. As in the years ahead, you just began riding the bike automatically, spontaneously, instinctively, didn't you? Without remembering the very complex neuromuscular coordination it required. Without thinking about how many times you made mistakes and fell. And learning to ride the bike. It was such a challenge. There was a time it seemed impossible and overwhelming. Yet you came to take it for granted. It wasn't the first time. Certainly won't be the last time you experienced you had where you face something that may seem impossible and overwhelming. Can be accomplished. There was a time, I'm sure, when you were younger, and it felt impossible for you to be able to get up and walk like you saw other people do. Or when you're frustrated with something you're trying to learn, and yet it feels impossible. Failing, falling down on that thing you're trying to accomplish. So many times. But when you don't give up, you master it. And you know what it feels like when you master something you worked hard at. So next time you start feeling that impossible feeling to things, something you're trying to master, you need to fail. You need to try. When you fail, it's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. So when you fail, say the word good. When something gets in your way of learning what you need to learn, good. teaches you how to overcome a new obstacle during something you're trying to do. You get back up and you get back on that bike. Try again. Good. Got that much further. Same as when you're trying something new. Good. Keep trying so you master it, so it becomes automatic. There's a deep sense of accomplishment deep inside you. Final triumph over the things you're trying to accomplish. Good. That's right. Now, not now, but in a moment. Before we come back, I want you to register this metaphor of getting back up and trying again when things aren't going the way you want. Maybe you didn't say the right thing when you're talking to somebody. Or maybe trying to accomplish a new goal, yet it's becoming difficult. Doesn't really matter. Good. Learning that much more than before. Keep failing in order to learn, in order to master what you're trying to do. And then it becomes automatic. You can use this recording each and every time to help you just register even more how to get back up and do hard things each and every time. And it'll just be that much easier when you see an obstacle and you say that word good. Helps you that much more to see it as a problem that you can solve. Good. And take the next 20 to 30 seconds, as much time as you need. And more if you want. You can ignore coming back if you don't want to come back yet. But come back when you're ready. With that new profound way of thinking about getting back up and trying again, so you master new things. Just come back when you're ready.